Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. Sorry, I look a little bit like a Village People revival. But there it is, because I have been commissioned by a sponsor of mine, the game World of Warships. I really like that game because it's a super fun mixture of strategic and action gameplay. I think they actually call it the thinking man's action game. I think that's rather fitting. And they came to me with a challenge. And the challenge is simulate a water bomb explosion, a huge water bomb explosion in a naval battlefield. Of course it has to involve rubber and explosions. I think we can do something with that challenge. The game actually is very cool because you have access to a whole lot of historical warships, like German ships like the Bismarck, but also the Indianapolis. And you can also fight the destroyers that have awesome torpedoes. I also love the fact that there is actually really weather in the game, so you can experience storms and all this, which I haven't seen in any other game. I also love the detail in the boats, like there's real rust in the ships and so on, just the way it probably was way back then. Actually, the programmers told me that they work 6 months on each new ship that they introduced to make it that realistic. The game has actually been programmed in St. Petersburg. And I think that nowhere else in the world would they have invested so much time in historic accuracy. Also, it's constantly updated, and you don't see this very often. Actually, my own game isn't updated very often. 0 so far. But they update this pretty much every week, so you get new ships, new scenarios, new everything every week. So even if you haven't played it for a while, I encourage you to give it another try. By now they have over 200 ships available in the game, and they have 7 million players. So you see 200 ships for 7 million players. Yeah. So hurry, otherwise you won't get a ship anymore. I'm just kidding. Of course, as you know, I need these sponsors to survive. Because of the apocalypse, I get almost no more money from Google, and therefore I'm really grateful that these sponsors come to me again and again. And I promise I won't advertise a game that I don't personally like, and this one I do. And actually, if you're new to the game and you use the link down below to install it, then you get a fair amount of bonus features. Now, the first 300 people that use the code PLAYWarships2018 will get 250 doubloons, 1 million credits, let me see what else, the HMS Campbelltown, which is a premium ship, and 3 days premium time. You only have to use the link down below. And of course you have to be a new player, sorry for that. If you like the game already, then fight the heck out of everyone else and think about me when you do. Well, to reenact a naval battle, we of course need battleships. So I got on Amazon and found a few of those that are really interesting. So I got one frigate and I got one aircraft carrier. Actually, there are 2 airplanes and helicopters on it. Let me show you its features. Actually, those are fantastic little remote tools for the bathtub, and I confess that I had a lot of fun testing these out. And you get this remote control with it, and the remote control automatically charges the battery inside of the ship, so you don't need a special battery for this one, just normal batteries for the remote control. And then when you switch it on, this one actually only works when it's in water because it has these 2 contacts, but you can trick the whole thing by just wetting down your finger. And then they establish a connection automatically. I can simply just go like this. I'm not sure if you can see this well, but these things are fast. They're actually really, really speedy. And you have lots of controls, so you can let it go in circles and back and forth. They're a lot of fun. And actually, for those of you who would like to buy one, I put the Amazon links in the text description. And if you buy them by clicking on my link, then I get some of the money. I also got some submarines. And actually, this model kind of cute in blue. How do you switch it on? You just lift this, and this is also where you charge the battery. And if you put it in the other way, you can see that it's coming to life. It has included illumination, like a little lamp. So you can do night diving, and you have a remote control that works great. Sorry, wrong RC. You got a little remote control that works great. So as you see, it has very powerful propellers. You can go to the front and to the back, and this actually dives in when you accelerate, and it dives out when you go backwards. And you can also go sideways. I love the headlight because so much fun to illuminate things in the bathtub. I think the absolute coolest one is this one. It's a Submarine, of course. It's a little bigger and it is very, very, very silent. But it has this super small propeller that works very, very quietly. And if you go sideways, there's two tiny propellers that are right here. I actually didn't see them. Bernd saw them when he was looking hard at it. And those are working sideways. But the coolest feature is that it has like an adjustable trim. So if you look closely when I go up and down, so this piston goes up and down and it actually adjusts it so you can really make it, trim it in a way that it's swimming halfway submerged. And this is our battleground. The aquarium version of Scupper Flow, or it's pretty warm water. Maybe we should say it's midway battle. Well, anyway, this of course is not really perfect for letting these swim because it's a little small for it. But I guess just for the purpose of seeing what a water bomb explosion can cause, it's fun. So we put this in. And then you can see how fast this thing is. Now, how to simulate a water bomb? Well, I was thinking to simply use a plastic bottle, like this 1.5 liter water bottle, and then pressurize it so that it has 8-9 bar, maybe 130 psi or something, and then pierce it with a contraption that lets me pierce it underwater and then see what happens. So I had to build a little explosion device. Let me show you what I came up with. Meet the Water Bomb Simulator 1.0. Let me show you its features. As you see, it has like a little, arms that can hold the pressurized water bottle. And then you have this piercing hammer. I made this little blade for it in the front. And of course it's rubber powered. And when it snaps, then it will simply puncture, hopefully, the bottle. And then it's held back by this loop, like this. And the other side is clamped in here into this contraption that I reused from an earlier weapon. So when I pull the trigger, the arm will swing downwards, piercing the bottle, and kaboof. Now it is in simulation mode. This means this is a non-pressurized bottle. I just want to make sure that it's really piercing the bottle. And if it can pierce a non-pressurized bottle, it can certainly pierce a pressurized one. So I just hold it like this, and then I pull the trigger and baff. And as you see, it has cleanly punctured the bottle. Now I want you to take a small break. So please press pause after I finish this sentence and type in a comment. What do you think is going to happen? Just write it down in the comment. Will the entire aquarium shatter? Or will just all the water splash out? Or will it just simply go pfft and nothing will happen? Just take a guess and write it down there, and then we'll see what happens. Kind of hard to believe that this is the same bottle, just under 8.5 bar, like 130 psi. It's completely out of shape. So it looks like this is the same one, but on a diet. Now we put this in. Of course it wants to swim, so we have to press it down. Alright, press it down hard actually. Now take your guess. And... Hast du drauf gedrückt?
Jetzt ja.
Oh. Wow! Alright, did you guess right? Let's look at the damage. First of all, the operator is a little hurt, but it looks worse than it is. It's just a small little nick, so it's nothing. The weapon is in need of repair. As you see, an arm broke off, and the bottle definitely did not survive. It's completely destroyed. But the boats are actually fine. As you see, you know, when I connect these here, it's intact. It's fully intact. There's no visual damage, not on this one, not on this one. The submarine, well, it's a little bit broken off, but that broke off before that happened. I think I must have dropped it or so. And this little sucker here is also perfectly intact. Amazing quality products. And they haven't sponsored me, cheap as they are. But truth be told, I never even asked them, so. Alright, there's plenty of glass, of course. But it's amazing how far some of these shards flew. Because, come on, there's even more. I mean, here's the cameras. And it seems like it wanted to kill the cameras too. Bernd, brave little cameraman. And I can't believe that even here is a shard. And then there's even a shard right here on the ice. That's amazing. I mean, that must be 15 meters, I would guess. Wow, it's amazing. Look at what happened to my little setup here. It broke this piece of wood clearly, and you see it bent this kind of wood, which is 2 layers, strengthened with another set of wood, but still it kind of bent a whole inch or so. I actually think that was a lot more damage than I would have thought. I mean, I probably filled that bottle with 35 strokes with the bike pump. Where's all the energy coming from? I'm actually amazed by the effect that this had. That was a serious explosion. And as you know, this channel is about inventions, destruction and stunts. And today's episode was very much highlighted on the stunt side. Don't do it at home. It's terribly dangerous. Don't do it. But in any case, these ships are great because they survived, but also the game is great. Because if you like explosions, you'll love that game. I encourage you again to give it a try, if only to help me getting another sponsor. So, hope you like this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye.